dials one up from deep. Holding a 30% three-point shooter this season. And the Lobos, Jimmy, 6 of 9 from the field.
And he's coming off a 0 scoreless game, his last trip out. So New Mexico likes to see him get on the board.
Jones picks up the dribble. Joplin's going to pull, and he hits.
And sneaky effective so far tonight. He's really stepping into his shots.
First year in the program after spending last year at North Texas, where he was a double-digit scorer. And they have matched their biggest lead. Joplin, that's good. Big shot. Marquette has had their hands full with him right from the start. 5-point game.
And how about Richard Pitino just coming out and saying, hey, you know what? Let's give him the ball and see what he can do with it, because he knows what he can do with it.
Joplin letting it.
Positions to be impact players down the stretch.
Amsio catching the shoot. Has to work hard and quickly there. Shot clock was down to 2. Joplin ahead of the field to Parham. Good movement, Jones.
Good reaction, pretty good on the perimeter.
Joplin, boy, really good footwork. Short, Dent, fast break chance for one of the elite transition teams in the country, but they turn it over. Mitchell trying to find some daylight. The kick, Joplin, he got it! And here. They got plenty of time to shoot. 20 seconds on the timer. And here's Cam Jones. He just joined us. Jones tonight, 8 points, well below his season average so far.
Size advantage here. Does he want to take advantage of it? Yep.
Joplin, boy, again, just masterful. 9-minute mark left in regulation.
Somebody's got to get back there. Okay, he's there. He's double teamed, but they let that go back. Here's a screen. Not that Jones really needs one to get by.
New Mexico is led by as many as 8. They've led for the most part tonight. Joplin, the spin.
Down deep with the high-low now.
There he is. Joseph overplayed. Boy, missed the layup.
Just went a little too quickly on that one, because he did not have to, but a beautiful pass over the top.
Won't get a better look than that down the stretch as we hit the 7-minute mark. Winner of this one advancing to take on the winner between Michigan State and Bryant. The game coming up later tonight here in Cleveland. Jones
should be able to go by him here with his tricks.
On the wing, Joplin for 3. He buries it. 7. Inbound to Jones. Got to work quickly. Joplin got it.
Richmond, R.J. Lewis puts it on the deck. He's great in the mid-range, has it stripped. Ross, he's got gold, lob, ball knocked away by Scott. Loose, picked up, F and in for Joplin. That time, it was Lowry, unable to convert on the other end, edge of court. Can't get the tip jam, save into the hands of Mitchell. Joplin around the world, off the glass straight away, and minutes to go. Inside, Scott tried to reverse, no. Joplin, outlet pass. Gold, not looking to shoot at all. Owens, almost stolen. Joplin, finally.
And we are all set and underway from MSG. Marquette has it. These two split the first 2 meetings. Each team winning by 2 points. On December 21st, it was Marquette, 72-70. On January 18th, Xavier got their revenge, 59-57. Joplin on the outside, leaves it for Jones. 2-man game between the all Big East selections. And Joplin makes it rain. See, it's Jones, Ross, Lowry, Parham, and Joplin. Push shot falls a little bit short for Swain. Hunter on the floor for Xavier, along with Maddox off the bench. Conwell and Fremantle round out the 5. Drive, Parham caught up. The youth versus experience. Joplin using his size, and he just finds the angle.
Scrappy team, you know, teams just continue trying to find their identity. You know, they continue to going out this year. They continue to keep fighting, even when they get knocked down.
In both games, led by as many as 15 or more in both of those games. Can Xavier keep the trend going, or will Marquette bucket to get back in the win column? Mitchell out of the corner. Joplin's been relatively quiet today. He's got the mismatch he wants on Fremantle. Step back. Oh! Marquette looking to extend the lead. Fans on their feet at MSG. Jones puts the offense in motion. Jones tripped, no whistle. Joplin, splash!
St. John's did have this week off after winning against Seton Hall last weekend, so they did have some extra practice time. Also gave some of those guys that are injured a little bit of time off. There's a three-pointer. Spinning into traffic. Kicks. Lewis blocked. What a play by Joplin.
Here we go again.
Another window. Just a lay-in. Leading his way. That's a weight room bucket.
Going right at Chase Ross. Jay Lewis just imposing his physicality on the game.
6'7", 215. It's strong. That stops the run. Joplin using the pivot foot. Yes.
Watching Ruben Cray just cuts to the strong side of the floor. Cray only 7 points his last 9 games.
He's defending here, but it did off the window.
The read there by Kadari Richmond. You got that hedge coming up to take it away, but he found the roll man right down in transition.
Going back to what Rick Pitino was talking about at the free throw line, something this team has struggled with this year, under 70%. Joplin attacks, stops, fades, yes! Three-point game as we hit the 5-minute mark. Cam Jones going to work against Ejiofor. Kicks it out. Here's Joplin. Yeah, he didn't realize it.
Through 40 minutes of high-level basketball tonight in Stores, and Marquette first.
Nice steal by Joplin. Jason Benetti with your wetsuit on. UConn goes on the, wait a minute. Going left, they've been trying to work on that all day today. Take that nice spin, move. Oh,
Tough by Joplin. So important to this team, Raph.
absolutely, and a great defender as well. He's got Cam. Don't go under on this guy.
UConn was switching 1 through 5 in the first meeting. Defensively, as Jones loses it, gets it back, and saves it.
And even more important, that's that wet area, no problem.
Joplin's got 5 in a row.
I think they're going to use the ball screen against them. The other end of it, conversely, Connecticut has been using him much more on the short roll and getting some touches. Coming off some solid games.
Still the same 5 for Marquette, but yeah, Terrace Reed just filled up the box score in the last game, 24 and 18. Is
Same play.
Joplin rolling in.
Same play. Nice little combo when they're on top of the game, he and Reed.
Crowd is lively tonight, not deterred by the weather seeping into Gamble. Parham got shut off. Caravan, great on-ball defense.
Wow.
Joplin beat him anyway.
They do that open floor as well as anybody, where it's kicking back or the corner jumper.
Joplin step back. Oh my! Joplin for the top.
And he went right too. And then the body adjustment at the end.
Joplin says, no more of this too. Yeah. McNeely, they didn't get it off.
Look for the lob.
Parham kind of juggled it. Joplin's the only guy to make a 3 for Marquette. And he bags it.
And find a way to an 8-point victory.
Well, they took care of the ball. And we talked to Coach Cooley this morning. He said the number one thing he wants to see tonight versus this Marquette team is good shot selection, taking care of the ball, limiting their turnovers. Not a good start for the Hoyas with their first possession. They cough it up.
That first meeting, Chase Ross was a hero for Marquette with 27. David Joplin with an
very impactful with his length to get that deflection, causing a steal, and that's the third deflection for Marquette. Their goal is to get 32 per game.
All part of their defensive numbers that they stacked together, and it leads to offense. Counted in the highest margin of victory in a Big East game since they joined the conference in 2005-06. That a get-right game, now trying to sustain it. Joplin got the friendly bounce. Bingo.
Good offense by the Hoyas, and they got the open shot because they got a good ball reversal, made the defense shift, and that's out a wide open look.
Joplin glides in.
Here because transition defense has been horrible from Georgetown. There it is again with Gold at a career high 17 last game. Tip-in is.
We appreciate it.
Matt. Long as we've started this second half, and Burks trying to battle for it with Cam Jones coming out with it. And here come the Golden Eagles. Joplin with one hand. Hammer. Stevie Mitchell. Short. Offensive rebound, David Joplin. Joplin's got a mismatch.
He sure does.
Bully ball.
Mouse in the house.
Big way here.
Look at the footwork, too. Now, here's the closeout. I like it. Gold, that's maybe the second or third time I've seen him get out there.
Connected defense for Marquette so far.
They're just drop defense with Mitchell.
Joplin. Another three. 6 early points for him. Plays about 20 minutes a game for Providence, and they need it.
It's about 5 rebounds.
Joplin. 6.
Marquette trying to control that defensive glass, and there again, you got to put a body on someone. Get back to your fundamentals.
One of the worst defensive rebounding team. Perimeter. Dixon driving, cutting, and it rolls off.
And that's what he'll create because they switch so much that he will have a lot of mismatches. We've seen him already with 3 different defenders on him.
Cam Jones, if they're really getting involved. Joplin putting it on the deck, and he uses the window.
Or if he doesn't get going, Seton Hall's in big trouble. Owens, scoop shot, no. Joplin, the offensive board, and put back.
Yeah, they can't get it in. Almost turned it over again.
Joplin, an open 3. It's good. That stops the 8.
He hits. And C.J. Gunn is a player who's taken on a different role as the season's gone on. Here's Joplin. David Joplin.
His teammates really want to see him be accelerate and be very good today.
That's one way off out of the hands of Rivera. Very few stoppages here early on as Jones has it. Cam Jones with a kick. And the other piece of his game, the distribution this year. Joplin attacks. David Joplin.
Yeah, that's just too easy. Play to the corners as well as the top. That'll change your offense in a hurry.
Sure will. Joplin's there to stick it back.
He goes and makes a play. Green inside. No. A lot of contact there.
No whistle. Drop off for Jones.
Creighton has been physical with these Marquette guards early.
And the jumper by Joplin snaps the twine.
And from a shooting standpoint in that first meeting, did have a double-double with assists, but he is making things that happen here, and he is aggressive.
Kalkbrenner and Ashworth, pretty good start. 6 for 6 combined from the floor. And Joplin from deep.
Open look, but way off. Joplin, no. Offensive rebound and putback.
Ramirezon's not jumping.
A stationary 7 for 7.
Yeah, I mean, he's big, but he didn't have to go up often.
He's in my giant.
He was indeed. Jones, he'll jump it out to Joplin for 3. And there's a 3. In succession.
The thing we have to love about this game is that the stars and the best players have played like the stars.
To work goes Chase Ross out there with 3 fouls to start this second half. In the corner, it's Joplin driving to the rim over Kalkbrenner, who got there a little late. The Jays lead remains 4.
There's some real nervous energy in this building right now.
On the court and around it.
What a pass.
Flip around to Joplin. Off the shot fake. Over Colprinter with the touch.
There's that giant killer.
Bound and determined not to get into that situation again, which explains the reaction you're seeing from him.
Real frustration there.
Jones against Colprinter on the switch. Here's Joplin. He's had the hot hand, and he still has it. Back out to Lowry. Lowry trying to take Trout off the dribble. Good challenge by Trout.
Another offensive rebound.
And here's Joplin. Inside. Joplin muscles it to the rim for the Marquette lead.
You love the Red Storm.
I think they need Ross at the other end.
Edge of court. He's got 6 of them this year. So here is Demarius Owens, the freshman who missed the first 3 with a foot injury this year.
Just know when you're driving, somebody's going to come and help. You must make a good, sound pass and decision. A little more restraint right here. And this is the guy I think has to get going. Nice look.
Wants to drive and kick. That 3 does go down. By the way, but no matter what your opponent does, he can be valuable to you defensively.
He's a shutdown defender. Very talkative, too, on this end of the floor.
Joplin has been hesitant in that lane all day. Now he'll try with a right and score.
That's the 3rd time you're right.
Inside. That one halfway down. Pops out. And Joplin with the boot.
And the mindset, Marquette, let's win this second half in sections. And maybe the first 4 minutes, let's cut into the lead, win it, and then go like that. Mindset has to be in that way, but you have to start on defense.
And Joplin.
14 big points on the road.
Jones, turnaround jump shot, short. Loose. Stevie Mitchell tracks it down. New shot clock. Joplin steps into the three. And buries it. Adds the free throw.
He's got 13 points, and he's made all of his free throws. 4 for 4.
Joplin, top of the arc. Got it!
Joplin takes a long 3
and buries it. Hangs and hits.
So good off the drive and strong with contact through the rim. That's impressive.
Joplin left alone for 3. Finally, good for Joplin. Rattles it in.
He is so steady. Unflappable.
Joplin with the right hand.
To a great start here to try to increase their margin.
Brooks quiet first half, had a block by Gold, and Gold gets it back.
I thought he should have shot that basketball with his left hand. He brought it right into the face of Ben Gold.
Here Brooks with just 4 points, 5 shots. There's Joplin all the way to the rack for 2.
It's a really nice screen by Chase.
10.
I thought Patrick McCaffrey should continue to throw the rim.
Ooh, in and out for Landon Moore. He had a good look from the wing. Lee's only changed hands 1 time in this game. Butler's led almost for the entirety, and a good slip for Joplin. Player of the Year conversation for R.J. Lewis.
Didn't play too well tonight, but he's been really good the rest of the year.
Ross comes away with a long rebound. Andre's screen is on the floor for the first time in the second half. Marquette's got Ross, Mitchell, Parham, Joplin, and Trey Norman on the floor to open up this segment. Down by 3. Joplin going at Brooks. Joplin falls away. Got it to go.
It's really good defense by Pierre in the first half. Really good on the offensive glass, but Butler's not been able to find him at all in the post area to take advantage of his superior size.
Joplin into the corner. Mitchell. Joplin, step back 3. Buries it. On this way. And Perkins gets the first one up. Cannot hit it.
On a night where he is trying to find the shot that he had early in Big East play. He's now missed 26 threes in a row.
Yeah, and I'm surprised the young man got the confidence to raise up and continue to take him, because that one was halfway down.
Now Cam Jones is
fine to be deliberate here and get it to their man.
Well, that's way out there for Dixon, over the top and down to Jones.
Tell you what, Eric Dixon has to ice his arm down after the games, boy. Gets a lot of use.
Fall away, Joplin, friendly roll.
Klepto tendencies on the court, which is a good thing for Marquette.
He handles. Great setup, Joplin downstairs.
That's a coasted downhill there, but it's important for him to get downhill, meaning going towards the basket, getting himself and his teammates opportunities at the rim.
1,737 career points for Cam Jones. Just took 6th place over from national champion Marquette legend Butch Lee. David Joplin swishes in 30 last week in an overtime thriller of a win over DePaul. Now another turnover.
And one of the rare bright spots for Marquette against Xavier with 18. I mean, you got to find out where Joplin is every time down.
They go. Here is Joplin, wearing number 23 and doing it proud. If you're wearing that, Will everything, the freshman big man.
And he's had some nice games where he's the last guy you're probably scouting defensively more. Oh,
Joplin.
Wow.
Toomey to Dual. Off to Jacine Felton with an air ball.
Yeah, I like the pass because you're trying to make the right play, but if you're Dual, you have an 8-footer, you got to shoot that.
Think about Marquette with 21 more shots in Joplin.
Controversial call at the end of the game. It was a heck of a last 6 minutes.
With the style that these two teams play, they can be prone to some of those runs. Joplin! That is a tough finish. Not only in turnovers, but turnovers forced. But Marquette does both. Good kick. Joplin. Got it.
That's a tough action. Typical Stevie Mitchell sequence. Get your big and open three, make an extra play, and man, he is everywhere on defense.
And he leads the conference in steals. Got another one there, and it leads.
9th in the Big East, 218th in college basketball. So you're playing kind of some of those numbers, but you look at some of these guys, they are capable.
This is one of the capable shooters. Joplin, he'll drive it. Stops on a dime. How about David Swain? He has played a big game today.
I want to see him attack the rim like that all the time with physicality.
Speaking of attacking the rim, David Joplin.
How about the fact that Xavier has this 9-point lead? 2 of 17 from 3, and Ryan Conwell not giving you much.
Now, you would not have thought that coming into this ballgame. Joplin, 2 defenders there. He still messes it in.
I have to put just a little bit more air underneath that thing.
Inside of 3 minutes, Cam Jones across the court. Joplin thought about it. He'll penetrate off the window. Yes. 3-point play for the Musketeers. About to hit the 2-minute mark. Joplin thought about it. Drive, splits, scores.
Illinois delivers 2.
You know, one of the things that Marquette doesn't have, got to get back and you got to find these.
Loves this building, does Joplin. Last 2 games here, 14 for 19 from 3 coming in. Here's Joplin, gets the basket, and out with a knockout blow in the first couple of minutes. DePaul has certainly recovered. Jones, no, gets it back. 3rd chance for Marquette. Joplin rings.
He made 3 threes and Marquette's made 6. I thought it would be the other way around.
Shooting 60% from the floor, with just 3 of 9 from 3. Joplin responds.
Yeah, I don't see what you're getting out of it.
Yeah. Joplin's wide open from the corner off the inbound, so it really makes him.
Good pass.
Leads to a corner 3, but Meyer can't get it to fall.
That was a great job by
Joplin, trail 3, knocks it down.
Happened because Stevie Mitchell went for that steal and got himself out of the play, and Enright went right to the basket. You don't have to gamble like that. They make enough steals without gambling.
How about that angle for Enright?
It was a tough
incredible.
shot.
Joplin has a size advantage. It gets the roll. When they end a 38-game Big East regular season losing streak, while upsetting top 10 Marquette, 7th rank coming in. Overtime at Wintrust Arena. Jace Ross hit the 3 to give Marquette the lead, and then Enright tied it up on a play that was a goaltend, examined for at least 3 minutes, and then stood. Joplin. Myers counted by Joplin, dribbles it off the foot. Open floor, Golden Eagles.
Wow, why didn't he take that? What was Joplin? Joplin likes to shoot the ball, too, of all people.
He ran to the corner, trying to hunt a 3. Joplin sidesteps, examines, and drills it.
Jones, great look to Joplin. Rejected by Sarver.
2 blocks a game, he averages.
Double. Joplin hit. Got it! And 1.
I thought he needed one in the first half at one point, but Coach Cooley didn't take him out.
Fielder takes his spot. He's got Gold on the block. Joplin hesitant 3. Marquette ahead. Steals Maven. Showing the shake. Stepping back. In and out.
I mean, that was really good defense by Stevie Mitchell. Malik Mack almost was able to make it.
Look, Joplin!
Got 6 to shoot now for Creighton into the corner again and in and out. Joplin pushing the tempo.
Excellent box out by Ben Gold. Copeburner had a beat on that offensive rebound. Cam wants a different matchup.
Inside look, great pass. Stevie Mitchell saw Kalkbrenner, thought better of it. Now Joplin goes to the rack. Joplin puts the crowd. Ashworth rejected by Joplin. Joplin run on the floor. Joplin got it. Wow. Able to pay off the block.
Dang. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right. Offensive rebound. Putback no good. Gold secures the rebound. Point blank range from Green. Couldn't come up with it. Joplin now. Joplin spins. Hits the layup.
Remember that. Well, look at this 1-3-1. We saw a little bit of it in the first half.
They're letting a lot of time burn down. 5-point lead for Marquette. Mitchell initiates the offense, not Cam Jones. Joplin. Gotta go. Wide open 3. Oh, he hit it.
They want to even up the score here. You got bodies flying early on the deck.
The air nearly takes it away. Stevie Mitchell, key leader for Marquette, sets up a Joplin triple.
He is. He's going to stretch you in the half court.
This is stripped away. There's that defense, the deflection from Mitchell. What a fight from Jones. Joplin blocked away.
These guys, you have to respect their perimeter touch. And then when you play them honest on the break, they all have the ability to break it down and get to the cup and finish.
Teamwork so surgical. Joplin banks it in.
Earlier today, he has been in his guy's ear these last couple of days about battling this crowd, dealing with a hostile environment, but they have just been so efficient on both ends. They've taken that part out of the equation.
Joplin on the roll, making Cam Jones. He hasn't hit a shot, just one free throw. Gets it up here. And Joplin with a right puts it home. That's where David, the sophomore, is Swain. Gold in the corner. Offensive rebound. Joplin powers it back up. Well, no block out to David. Marquette's been able to stay relatively healthy outside of Sean Jones, one of their veteran guards. Pretty nice finish there by David Joplin.
Given multiple efforts and forcing a contested shot by Dante Maddox.
Cam Jones skips Pass across to Joplin. An assist for Jones and finishing.
Oh, what a finish right there. Joplin comes over, goes vertical. Marcus Foster above everybody else.
That gets it back to 8. Foster now with 11. Joplin attacks Hunter. He went right by him.
But Johnny Hughley, he's playing at all conference level. That kind of changes the game here. But it certainly is an adjustment period. Now Xavier trying to mix and match with some zone defense.
The defense looked a little confused, and it leads to a jump.
I don't see Cam Jones make mistakes like that all that often.
Every time something like that has happened today, Marquette has had an answer. And they've got an answer here. But there's nothing wrong for the moment. Swain has a swipe. Stevie Mitchell got in there.
Stevie Mitchell is just a winner, man. He's off the ball there, makes a play on it, and just forces an incredible turnover.
The guy that Shaka Smart calls the heart and soul of his defense coming up with a big-time play. Joplin off the spin and the bounce.
We talked about open threes. This is a team that only makes around 9 threes per game, but if they can knock down some early, you can loosen up that tough defense of Marquette's.
Bizjack is 7 out of 23 from three-point distance on the season. There's Joplin trying to even it up. There's a 3 for threes for Pierre Brooks. Jones tries to answer. And Joplin with the second opportunity. Joplin on an island. Got it to go.
Really good.
Joplin goes against screen, couldn't get it. Rebound again. Blocked by screen.
See how he keeps his hands up. It's amazing.
Joplin up and under. Got it.
The threes, and that's just not how they play. They've got to drive it and get into the paint.
Joplin right into the paint. Another offensive rebound, good for 2.
Mitchell chisels with the right hand, nowhere close.
And Gold does a good job on the offensive glass there to keep it alive.
Joplin, sidestep 3, cash.
Great defense. I mean, this is some serious deep.
Teaching tape for Marquette defensively.
Yeah, Dayton's got to get some more movement going in their half court because Marquette, you're not driving in those seams because they help like crazy.
Santos matched up against Joplin. Tells Norman to go opposite. Clock already under 10. Joplin wants 3. Give him 3.
Tough ankle.
Jones sets it back. Gold has all day. Offensive board. Joplin amongst the trees. Wow. Sticks it home.
You keep the ball in front of you. Now you're not in rotations and you don't get beat off those split cuts or cuts going back door.
Joplin creates. McGee lays it up and in.
Right. Probably not the best decision by Ross. And what happened, you compromised your transition defense by taking that shot. And Wisconsin in particular, McGee able to capitalize off of it.
Joplin with the right hand. Marquette back on front.
Just as I said it, that closeout by Hamilton wasn't the best, which allowed the dribble penetration.
Got to defend all 25 seconds of that shot clock. With Joplin right hand. Wesbant now with 13 points. He's hit 3 threes. And he's perfect from the free throw line. 4 for 4 is Jones and Marquette. First offensive possession of the second half. Joplin isolated on Winter. Joplin able to get it to go with the left hand.
An eye on that too. You talked about the non-Tanjay minutes when he was in there in the first half. Wisconsin was able to weather the storm. Now this is earlier in the second half. At the 17-minute mark, let's see what happens with the Badgers.
Joplin 3, good. Marquette's back out front. Got to find something offensively.
deflected to Joplin inside.
Marquette ball under their own basket. There's a three from David.
Talk about toughness. That right there is why Iowa State goes out there and plays as hard as they do. That's why they impose their will and want to be the toughest team on the court, because of things like that.
Well, this front court of the Iowa State Cyclones showing up big. A combined 14 between Jackson and Jefferson. That's a much-needed three. And the Clones going undefeated here inside the friendly confines last year for just the 5th time in Iowa State history. But they'll have their hands.
Finishes. An early lead. Just getting underway here at Fiserv Forum for Western Carolina. Joplin puts it on the deck, going hard, draws contact, doesn't get the foul, but for this Western Carolina team in this first month of the college basketball season. Joplin to Jones, back to Joplin, trying to dial up a three, and he does. He'll reset with 10 on the shot clock, working against Joplin. Into the corner, tipped around and into the hands of Joplin. Joplin slowing things down a little bit. Now he'll step back for three. Joplin knocks it down.
And gets the first bucket.
Great movement off of the curl. They do a lot of curling and a lot of slipping of screens.
That's something Marquette was looking out for. Three in the corner. There's your end group. Gonna have to get something off quickly here. They do not. Now Joplin can run with Stevie Mitchell. He gets all the way and takes it himself. For Marquette on the home floor. The kick out. First shot of the night from Parham off the mark. Offensive board. There's that rebounding he talked about.
Not an unusual shot for Parham. 61% of his
shot for Stonehill.
Good offense. Good offense.
Stonehill team went 0-19 on the road last year. They've begun this season 0-3 on the road. Joplin, really good decision down low, leads to a block in the bucket.
Interesting point. Brogna and Trey Norman with the ball right now played together at Worcester Academy on a great academy team.
To Massachusetts State, along with Owens, who's had the last 9 for Marquette. Good defense without fouling there from Gold. The starters back in outside of Owens. Joplin, nice spin move. He had an excellent start. Picking up where he left.
It's a difficult shot. But when you have wide shoulders and a big chest like Cam does.
Joplin, the run. They were looking for
another deflection.
Yep. They count those. Joplin able to finish and the foul. But space for Ross to roam. Joplin hit his first few threes. There's his 4th of the. His 3rd year in the program, 1st year as a starter. Joplin give him 27 on the night.
Backs it out, sloppy play from Marquette so far. And then a turnover. Jones went down to the deck to save it. This game did start at 11 in the morning, and it feels like both teams are still waking up here in the Bahamas.
Not to mention the travel. They got to just shake some things out, and they'll be all right.
Cam Jones with the basketball. Shot clock running down for Marquette. First shot of the game coming here for the Eagles. It's a long bomb for Joplin, and he got it. Asa Newell all the way to the rim.
Newell, high IQ player. He's constantly scanning, not just on offense, on defense. He's looking at all the offensive players' eyes and trying to intercept those passes.
Pressure defense from Georgia around the floor, trying to get Marquette out of sorts. Up and good. Nice.
Coach White said, this is a business trip. We want to play the right way no matter what, sharing the ball, connecting on D, and just be highly competitive.
Jones missed the three, but Marquette got the rebound. That rebounding battle now even. Jones kick, another three. Joplin.
Demery Jr., a three-level scorer. He can get all the way to the block. He can get the pull-up jumper, a floater, hit the three. That's why he's so hard to guard. So dynamic.
Final possession of the half. Ross with 5. Had to give it up to Joplin. From the logo, he got it. And Marquette will... Demery lost his defender. Newell down there lost the ball. Unsettled situation. Gold grabs the Godfrey miss. Mitchell. Into the corner, Joplin. It's to the paint. Fall away, Jay. Good.
Stone for Marquette all season long. They average 12 steals per game and 22 points per game off of opponents' turnovers.
And they held Purdue to 33% the other day. Score in the game. Drive up. Parham, no. Tough roll off. Giveaway, Georgia. Reload, Marquette. Joplin, yes, sir, from 3.
Amazing, but also because he said his godson attends Marquette, and for that reason alone, he wants the bragging rights.
Still a long way to go until we figure out who's got these bragging rights. Ross into the corner. Joplin, no fear.
That does without it.
Big shot from Kane from the corner. Another knockdown 3, and it's back to a 3-point game.
Kane, a shooter's feet never stops moving, and that's how he always gets so open along the three-point line.
Joplin on the move. Joplin had it stopped. Fall away, Jay.
Burgess on the floor now. He didn't make the 3 on occasion.
Freshman out of Cincinnati, Raleigh Burgess. That's Cam Heide with the defense on Ross. Joplin stopping and drive the score.
He's doing that much better.
1 for 2. It's hovered around 6 to 9 in that range so far for most of the second half.
As good a defenders as Purdue happens to be, Cam Jones has an electrifying way of beating people with that dribble. He's hiding now. They might give it to him late. He used to do that with Kohler quite a bit.
Well, he's over there in the corner. It's Joplin this time against Kaufman.
Nice.
Slammed on the brakes and scores. That's nice.
Run and jump.
Boyer gave up the 3 for Heide. Off the heel. Does Purdue have one more run in them tonight? Jones splits 2. Joplin from the baseline.
Wow.
Got it.
How did he get across there?
Well, he's scored over 1,200 points in his college career, so he knows how to put it in the basket.
39% threes.
Something Maryland needed after last year's struggles from deep. Joplin for 3. Hits his game. Nice cut pass. Jones too much, but the tap back goes down. I think that might
40% from beyond the arc.
Now a steal. Joplin gets fouled, able to finish, and 1. Joplin top of the key for 3. That's short. Long rebound comes out to Ross. Joplin again. This time he hits it.
He's a stretch 5, and if he's not making his threes, the rest of his game is still a work in progress. And so you're going with the size from Hamilton.
Joplin looking for back-to-back threes. Can't finish, but Maddox is there off the glass. And you can see Emma Drew is winded. Joplin taking advantage of that.
Knew it. He turned right to Coach Tony Skin and said, my bad.
Well, that means the next foul, and it's free throws the rest of the way for Marquette. Joplin for 3. Got it.
Really press out. You got to find the matchup you like if you're Cam Jones and go to work.
Leading by 7. Jones to the corner. Joplin again for three. Got it again!
With the ball and Cam Jones.
You had said somebody else has to step up for Marquette if they're going to win this game. It has been David Joplin, who's got 22 points. Cam Jones has 24.
Someone else is going to have to join the party offensively.
Joplin, he's feeling it. 24.
Excellent last 4 minutes of closing this game out for Marquette. Give Ben Gold a lot of credit. You pointed it out. He did such a good job on 3 possessions defensively.
He checked.
The point position for Stony Brook whenever he's on the bench, because he's really the only natural lead guard on the roster.
Same could be said for Marquette too, with Cam Jones on the bench at the moment. Ben Gold back on the floor. There's Joplin hoisting a three, burying it.
Gino Ford called Luster the best shooter he's ever recruited. It's a guy top 10 in the country in junior college and threes made. Wow, what a finish.
And one. There's Ross for three. Just short. Gold pats it out to Cam Jones and a fresh 20. Oh, Joplin underneath. Drives and finishing with the left hand. Joplin on the move. Joplin with a layup. He's a double. Rare turnover from Marquette tonight.
Haven't had many. I mean, only 7 on the night, but can't let that ball fly. How about the patience?
And one from Joplin.
I mean,